What's up, guys? It's November 7th, 2025. We're going to do a 10-minute breakdown of the E-mini where we talk about second legs, trap traders, and market context. If you're interested in seeing more, check out the membership section on how I place these trades. And yeah, let's get into it. Pretty cool day. I took one trade. I traded the overnight session and did well on the futures account, so I didn't touch that intraday. But I did take one trade on the options account, and I faded this. Kind of like I tried to buy this bar, but I ended up buying this bar while I was moving, and I exited on this bar as a bull bar. My target was the higher time frame EMA with the gap close, and it worked out nicely. Again, it was an options play, but I caught about, well, I guess I don't know how much. Let me check. I made a decent amount of money on it. I spent like $90 on the contract then, and exited for about $4. Wait, I made $6. Or not $6, but I don't know how to even say it. SPY rallied $6 with an options play, so that was pretty nice. Yeah, pretty cool day. I traded the new system and it worked out really good on the overnight session. Again, then it didn't. When I say new system, we're still sticking to the same concepts, breakouts and second legs. The only difference is the way I'm entering, which is way more scalpy. I'm trying to see some trades I took. Okay, yeah, here we go. So I missed this trade, but I faded this bar, exited here, and then I faded this bar and exited. And I took one long. I can't remember exactly where that. It might have been this one or this one or this one. But yeah, I went for 1 hour and targeted swing, 3 trades, and it went well. All based off a breakout, pullback, and a second leg. Prior to this, I was entering at 50% pullbacks, but I'm working a little bit more now, so I didn't want to wait for limit orders and have them floating while I'm not on my phone. So this way I can just see if the bars are printing, wait for the pullback, and enter right away. If it's a trend bar, I'm buying. So this is, I wouldn't take this trade because it's the first 3 minutes a day, but let's just pretend it's not. So I see 2 bear bars in a row, which I am looking for 3 bear bars, but okay, so here's a trade I would take. Many bear bars in a row, and we have the first opposite bar. So it's a trend. It's kind of a trading range. It has a little bit more trading range behavior because there's more tail than body. So I would put the limit order of 1 tick below here and sell in the sell zone of this bar and exit for 1 hour. Very quick scalp. Same situation would have worked here, but I don't know if I would take it because there's not 3 bars in a row. Context is okay. Trading range bar, I put a limit order to sell above the bull bar or like 1 tick below the high. Fills me on this bar, exits here, and then again it works again. Look at this bull bar. So this is a little bit more trendy, so I'll just sell the close. My stop goes here. My target's 1 hour. That's 3 winning trades, and I was just and even the open, I was just looking to see if the trades would work. Sell at the sell zone of the bar 3. So breakout, pullback, and look, 1 hour is not met, but the target's met here on bar 8. And then look, bar 8. And again, the context is really good for shorts right now, but this is not the visual setup I'm looking for. I like 3 bars and then a pullback. Short the high, bar 8. It's a trading range bar, so we're gonna put a limit order instead of just entering in the market. And then 1 hour for the bulls would be right here. Bulls fail to get 1 hour because the context is better for the bears, and then boom, bears make 1 hour on bar 16. So pretty much in the bear trend, I'm selling bull bars. In a bull trend, I'm buying bear bars. Buy low, sell high, and I'm waiting for the 3 bars give me the context, the momentum. I usually have the weekly chart up. I forgot to put it up. Okay, wow, first bear bar on that's a monthly chart. Wow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bull bars in a row. First bear bar, but I mean, it's only half the month, so we'll see what happens. Weekly chart, daily chart on the right. We have a rally and it pulls back, testing the high here. This bear bar has a tail, so it's not a bear bar closing on its low. If I was going to apply the same setup, I would buy this close and target, well, it's a trading range bar actually. So I would set a limit order around the low of the bar because that's the buy zone. I would wait to get filled and target 1R, and my stop would be 1R away. It's a scalping system, so it has to win more than it loses, and that's why context is really important. Well, context is always important. It goes context, entry, there's layers to it. Okay, I'm gonna speed this up. Gap down, follow through, bar 1 and 2. Good, strong enough to get a second leg. We have a gap down with follow through. Bar 3 is the first pullback, and you see that second leg comes in a two-legged pull. So leg 1, pullback leg 2. But within this pullback, leg 1, pullback leg 2 for the bulls, sells off, minimum objectives met. And now this entire structure from the 81 low or the 81 high to the bar 2 low pulls back and then gets its own second leg here. And this second leg comes in the form of 3 legs. Leg 1, pullback, leg 2, pullback, leg 3. Or you can count trend line breaks. Leg 1, pullback, leg 2, pullback, and then it's a little shaky here, but this structure could be 3 legs. Or excuse me, yeah. This structure could be 3 legs, but leg 1, pullback, leg 2, pullback, leg 3. And then within this structure alone, from the 25 spike, so this high, leg 1, pullback, leg 2, pullback, leg 3. Many different ways to count. What we want to be cognizant of is trading into a third leg because the probabilities for trend continuation go down significantly in the third leg. Market cycle says breakout. First opposite bar starts the channel phase, and then we channel for 2 to 3 legs lower. And after we get that micro channel against a micro channel, so here's a micro channel, here's a micro channel, pulls back. Now we're in a trading range. In this case, it led to a rally, so it's a big trading range. And that's what I was betting on. That's why I bought here. Sat through a little bit of the drawdown. The bar's 38 or 39 and 40, but then the market got going. So market cycle, we have a breakout, channel against channel, put this in a trading range. And the excuse me, what am I trying to say here? First principles say that the market's either breaking out or reversing. This is a reversal, but at the same time it's a breakout. So it's reversing this and it's breaking out strong. So this is a tradable leg. If I was trading futures, this is not a leg I would trade because I generally avoid trend line break, the first trend line break. But then I would like to get going on this leg, and probably not this leg because it's climactic. So a good trade for me would be buying the low of 52, targeting that high here. Buying the low of 58, targeting the high here. Again, many winning scalps today. These are all theoretical. I didn't take them because I did well in the overnight session, but you guys get the idea. It's still based around more than 3 bars. First pullback gets faded, and then we go for the objective. We trade probabilities. If you want to swing trade, you're going to lose more, but you'll make more. So you might buy this 27 reversal bar. You might buy here. You make a little bit of money, and then you buy 41, and then you make a lot of money. Then you get cut up a little bit and make a little bit of money. So if you're scalping, you got to win more than you lose. If you're swinging, you can lose more than you win, but you have to win more than you lose. It sounds kind of confusing. Let me know if that makes sense in the comments. Yeah, so breakout, pullback, 41, testing the high here. Ends up being a good buy. You can buy the close, and then you're in profits right away. 42. 42 is breaking out with a gap, so the market cycle is resetting. Gap, first, rally, first opposite bar 49 starts the channel phase. The market channels for 2 to 3 legs up. Now we have a rally against a sell-off. So what's the market cycle say? Trading range behavior, and look what happens. End of the day, market cycle breaks out above the higher time frame EMA. So we'll see how that reacts on the overnight session tomorrow and going into this week, if this breakout's going to hold, or are we still in a bear trend. This is the first touch of the higher time frame EMA since this breakdown, and we had more than 20 bars below it. So we'll see if this ends up being a better fade or an actual breakout. All right, guys, thank you for your time. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me in the comment section or the Discord. Thank you. Have a good weekend. Bye.